be more than human. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Joseph Carroll. I write under the pen name J.R. Carroll. And today we're going to talk about my 2023 reading plans and channel goals today. 2022 has been by far the biggest reading year I've ever had, and it's not even close. But I will be doing kind of a separate 2022 look back, book rankings. I might even do something like 2022 book awards or something like that, but that'll come next week probably. Today I wanted to talk about kind of what I'm shooting for or trying to do over the next year, and mainly books. I actually had to kind of write a list down, and what would be awesome is for you all to put some of your favorites that you haven't seen me read or are not listed here, and let me know kind of from what you see here, what do you think I would like and what would you like me to read? Because I mean, this channel is really about you guys. I mean, I come here, I love to just get my ideas out and stuff, but without you, all I'm doing is sitting here in an empty room talking to myself. So I'm crazy, but I'm trying not to be too crazy, right? But one of the, first new books or new series that I've never read before, and I did, it kind of goes along with this video I did a while back about it was kind of like my confession video, 10 big series I've never read. And at the top of that list was Lord of the Rings. I have never read the Lord of the Rings. I've watched all the movies, all the Hobbits, but I think next month I'm going to do The Hobbit. And then, depending on how I feel about that, I'll continue into the Lord of the Rings. So I'm pretty excited about that. And some of these, if you're, if you have your own YouTube channel or you kind of hang out in YouTube circles and you would like to do a live chat about these, just hit me up and let me know, because I would love to do lives about, any of these, especially the ones I really like. And then one of the ones I'm going to continue, of course, we're doing Dresden, right? And we're kind of doing videos, people, this flu has been killing us here, but next month we're going to do our next one, which might be the biggest one, at least the biggest one yet as far as impact on the books, because next month we'll be doing Changes and Ghost Story. We're going to try to do that early, maybe the first Sunday of January or second, depending. But yeah, I'm gonna try to finish out Dresden. I'll probably have all of Dresden done by February. So, and I'm gonna try and not do like rereads here on the channel as much next year. At the beginning of the year, I did rereads for like the first 3 Sandman Slim books, The Dark Tower, and then of course I've been doing all these Dresdens, which I can read Dresden a million times and it won't get old. But next year's the year of the new books. So we're gonna continue Dresden. I am one book away from finishing the First Law trilogy, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on there. And January I'll have the First Law trilogy knocked out, and then I can kind of decide whether I want to go into some of the other ones, some of the standalones. I'm really enjoying it, so that's another one I want to continue. One that I want to start as at some point, I don't know how high this is on my list, but I do want to get into Discworld. Alan over there, I had him on recently, and we talked about Discworld and about a bunch of other things. our hearts go out to Alan and his wife over there. I'm gonna put a link to his GoFundMe. If you guys didn't know, I was not one of the first people to know, but he was in a car wreck, and they have set up a GoFundMe. So I'm gonna put it down here. If it's still active, still going, donate. Alan is one of the best guys on BookTube, and check out our discussion. It was great. We laughed, we argued. It was a great time. So I want to get some Discworld in there, and then I haven't done a lot of sci-fi outside of Expeditionary Force, so I do want to try to get into some sci-fi stuff. So I'm thinking about doing Murderbot. I've heard a lot about Murderbot. I've heard some people say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, and I've heard other people say it was nothing. It was terrible. So we'll see where I fit in. The one thing I do like about Murderbot is that, like, most of them are novellas. I think there's a couple books kind of in there, but most of them are novellas. Oh, I love short, punchy books. Give me all the short, punchy books. Next year, yeah, I'm gonna hit some really big books. It's gonna happen. But I love me a good 350 page book that is well written and gets to the point, and I don't have to fluff it up. But let's digress before we get into that. I'm gonna finish the Sandman Slim series. It'll probably be April. I'll probably finish it in April, and then that'll free me up. I love the Sandman Slim books. I got to do an interview with Richard Cadre, which was amazing. One of the highlights of the year for me. But yeah, once I get through that, that'll be another series. I can put in my notch in my belt there. So that will be cool. And then another urban fantasy that always gets brought up to me with Dresden, and I've had some of my beta readers for my books have said that my book is similar, or feels similar, to the Iron Druid series. So I've been eyeballing this for a while and been wanting to start it, but I have so many series and books that I'm kind of juggling in the air, and I want to get some of them out of the way before I start another 10-book series. One other thing I do like, he's kind of, I guess maybe another reason why we kind of overlap is because his books are pretty short. In fact, I think several of his books are shorter than my books. So that's great. I love it. And I'm also thinking about starting The Expanse. I know everybody on BookTube has talked about The Expanse, but so I want to check it out. Like I said, I'm trying to branch out into more sci-fi. So why not one of the more popular book series? I'll give it a try. I know they're longer books, or at least I want to say that first book is like 600 pages or something, but they say it reads fast. So I'm definitely going to try that. And then might be a big one on the channel. I've never read any Brandon Sanderson, so I will be trying Mistborn. We'll see how that goes. See how I like it. See if Sanderson is all that he's made out to be. I'm sure I'm gonna like it. We'll see how much I like it, if I want to continue and go on into some more of the epic books. Let's see what else I have. Okay, and there are going to be a lot more books than just this. These are just the ones that kind of majorly popped out into my head. But another book series. Now this would be a reread for me, but I've kind of even talked with my friend who is always in the Dresden Lives with me, and I will do a reread of the Witcher series, if you guys want me to, once we hit 1,000 subscribers here. So if you're just randomly watching this and that's something that you really want to see, um, let me know. And that's one thing I haven't really seen. Maybe I haven't looked for it as much, but I haven't seen like live discussions about The Witcher or people getting together, and I would love to do that. I just want to get a little bit more reach before I hit which The Witcher is my second favorite series of all time. And Andrei Sapkowski really influenced my writing along with him and Jim Butcher. So I want to kind of get a little bit more reach so I know that those videos will get views and can truly be appreciated, because once you guys know I go all out for Dresden. I want to do the same thing for The Witcher. I want to go all out for it. So and then writing plans, I will be releasing another book, hopefully in the spring. My artist, Matthew Allen Bond, is working on it as we speak. If you've seen any of my books, this is More Than a Gunslinger. Everything is completely custom designed by him. I wonder if I have. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't have a More Than Vampire with me, but he is so good, and he's working on the third book, which I'll announce right now. The third book is going to be entitled More Than a God War, and it is a direct sequel to More Than a Vampire. So if any of you have read More Than a Vampire and you're like, oh, what's going on? Where do we go from here? It's coming up here real soon. The editor is nearly done with the editing, so I can't wait to get that out to you. If anyone here has listened to More Than a Gunslinger on audio, I would love to hear what did you think. So I think that's pretty much all I have at this point. I thank all of you. I've had some people ask me about merchandise or ask me about doing a Patreon. Maybe that could be another thing. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, maybe I'll start a Patreon and give you some inside stuff. I am working on my fourth book, and maybe that can be something I'll throw into the Patreon and give you guys sneak peeks or something like that. But for now, I can't wait to see what you guys think. What do you guys got going on? What are your big plans for 2023? And I'll catch you in the next one.